Hello students, welcome you on the topic Digital Modulation Scheme. Outline of the video, we'll be discussing only about one single modulation technique, both on the generation and on detection. So it is on transmitter and on receiver side, and the digital modulation scheme videoed here is going to be under BFSK system. The transmission model is being discussed under passband mode. The input is a message source which emits one symbol per time period TB with a equal probability condition. The signals are encoded using source encoding theorem as well as your line code methodology. That particular signal have to be modulated before transmitting for a longer distance. So modulation scheme and demodulation scheme are discussed under the name of digital modulation techniques. So to do the modulation, we need one from the source. The next one is the mixing up of the carrier oscillator. We allow the modulated signals to pass through. In the receiver segment, we have a demodulator and a signal detector which is capable of getting back my original message source. Therefore, the modulation can occur in three different parameter variations. If it is an amplitude variation, we call it as amplitude shift keying method. If it is on frequency variation, we call it as frequency shift keying method. If it is on phase, we call it as phase shift keying method. So there are totally three different digital modulation techniques we are going to discuss. And the fourth one is the enhancement of your all three combinations. Okay. First, we'll go about the frequency shift keying principle. In this frequency shift keying principle, frequency modulation is going to happen in which the carrier of the signal frequency is varied for different bits, binary 0 and binary 0. It's a non-linear method of a passband transmission. The simplest form of FSK, we call it as binary FSK, which uses two frequency values. One is for upper frequency, that is binary bit 1 will take F1 plus omega. F1, the new frequency created, is carrier oscillator plus omega. Binary bit 0 will take a lower frequency value. We call it as F2, that is FC minus omega. The technology is mainly used in caller ID, emergency broadcasting, and amateur ham radio. So these are the application in which we find the frequency shift keying principle to be followed in the transmitter and receiver segments. Wherever we have ham radios, caller ID denotations, and your emergency broadcast messages are transmitted under FSK system. So first we look on to the transmitter side. How does the block diagram look into it? It's very simple. We need to have a line coder, a modulator circuit. Modulators are nothing but mixing up of two signal circuits, and we have a adder element to combine these two information. So the binary source is a sequence of 1 and 0. We are going to give it to a line encoder circuits. So line encodings can be either unipolar, polar, bipolar. Accordingly, our voltage will be specified for a waveform. That particular waveform is multiplied with a carrier oscillator with a frequency F1 and second with the frequency F2. If F1 is multiplied with uppercase, you will get one frequency. If F2 is multiplied with the lowercase, you will get another frequency. That's how you will get bit 1 and bit 0 with two different frequencies. So you can find out from the tabulation here, binary bit sequence is first one. So binary bit sequence is the first one, bit 1. So you'll get positive voltage. M of t will become 1 multiplied with, so you'll get the frequency cos pi f1t. So cos omega 1t. If I take bit 0, now we go for the second part. You can see second row, bit 0, you invert that function, so it will become bit 1. M of dash of t is 1. 1 is multiplied here with the modulator frequency f2, therefore the output is s of t. Now output, the original output is the addition of s1 of t and s2 of t. That is the modulated output. Now we have a receiver segment. Receiver segments has a demodulator which performs a reverse operation. So whatever frequency you have multiplied as a carrier, re-multiply again with the original input. So once you multiply cos and cos, you will get it as cos squared. So you can rewrite in terms of 1 plus sine omega t by 2. Higher frequencies are eliminated by the filter and the correlator and the decision device, where you can get back your original information. Here we have a correlator device and a decision device which is capable of producing a digital output. If y is greater, the information y taken across the subtractor, if the value is greater than 0, it is in favor of bit 1. If the y is less than 0, it is in favor of bit 0. If y is equal to 0, then means that there is no output. Again, another method is we have a modulated signal pass through a filter, envelope detection, comparator. So this is another technique of your receiver unit. The waveform of our FSK, you have binary bit 1. This is bit 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is how the information is being passed. We are going to mix it with the carrier oscillator. This is a carrier frequency. So 1 and this, when it is mixed, you have the frequency to be Fc plus omega. So that is producing one frequency F1. When I mix F into the carrier oscillator, I'll produce an output which is going to be F2 output, that is nothing but Fc minus omega. Okay. That's how you can find out the two different frequencies to be obtained. Upper frequency, lower frequency. So this is the final modulated output. So once you view itself, we can find out whether the signals are under bit 1 and bit 0 combination. How do we draw the constellation diagram? Plays a vital role in the shift keying methodology. The original input information taken from a modulator, if it is symbol 1, binary bit 1, it will have cos 1 omega 1. If it is binary bit 0, you will have it as cos omega 2. So two different frequencies. We are going to calculate how this is being represented in a space diagram. Constellation diagrams are nothing but you can represent each and every binary bit in a 360-degree rotation of a space diagram. So how do we represent it? S1 of t, now you can see how the transmitted signals will look in. The transmitter signals will look in S1 of t is EB into pi 1 of t. S2 of t is representing EB into pi of t. Therefore, two phase symbols are available here, pi 1 of t and pi 2 of t. So, pi 1 of t is representing S1 of c. So, it is symbol 1, you can see. Pi 2 of t is representing symbol 2, which is representing 0. What is the energy bit for both the cases? Root EB. EB is called the energy bit and TB is called as the bit time period. Probability of error can occur for any system. The probability of error for an FSK system is being defined in terms of P of E, that is equal to half error function complementary, which is equal to 0.6 EB by N naught. So whenever there is a variation in your energy of content of the signal, probability of error is directly proportional. Okay. As energy increases, error function complementary decreases, hence the probability decreases. It is a complementary function. ERFC is the complementary error function. So EB, energy of a bit increases, complementary function decreases, automatically P of E decreases. We need P of E in a minimum value. How to calculate your power spectral density? It is a sinc function. We already know that from a line code output, and it is responding two frequencies, F11, this is F1, lower frequency, upper frequency F2, and we have a sinc function of these two frequencies. This is how you represent a spectral density of a frequency shift keying system. The bandwidth of FSK is it's twice the value of your input. So 4 FB. Salient features of your, what are the advantages of FSK system? The circuit is very much easier to develop. So generation is easier methodology. You will produce a constant signal envelope. Demodulation of the system, the bandwidth we require to operate this FSS system is larger, 4 times of your time period. So if I have 1 bit, 4 times my bandwidth should be there to transmit the signal. So this is one disadvantage. Automatically error rate is also going to be higher when compared to the other system. So as the bandwidth taken place for single bit is so much big, automatically you can have only few number of bits transmitted in the system. So the data capacity is now going to be much lesser. Thank you.